Yo, what's up guys, AFC Neo here and welcome to a new video. Today we are going to do part 4 of Road to Top 100 episode 1 season 10. And yeah, we're almost done with this video, at least with the recording I had for this video. We can do the part 4 in this, we can do the last part into this part, so that's pretty cool. Currently at 588.77, and yeah, I'm just gonna continue the video. Like always guys, if you are interested in the team, there's gonna be a PokePaste on Patreon. And yeah, just as a little recap, 700 is where we need to be right now, but the battle is about to start. Let's see what we'll face there. Yeah, it's a pretty annoying looking team, and it's probably gonna be a Trick Rotom again, what I thought at least. So in that sense, again, I didn't want Blissey to be tricked because it needed to be there for Volcarona. So again, I had to let my Gligar be tricked on if that's Trick Rotom. But in a lot of cases, your opponent will lead with their Trick Rotom and trick on the first turn. And this team doesn't really like to get tricked on. Then it becomes completely useless. Look, I was checking my mill here. Like a lot of mills and open mills. Yeah, he leads up with Blissey. So I wasn't sure. Was he going for rocks here? What was he doing? I get up my U-turn, and I think I went into my Blissey here. Because if he gets up rocks, I want my rocks up basically. He just went for Ice Beam. But that was pretty interesting. And I just went for rocks there in case he teleports. If he goes for rocks himself, it's fine too. Like, I think he is more pressured than me to go for defog. He did go for rocks. He revealed Ice Beam. I don't think he has teleport then in that case basically. But I wasn't sure, so I just seismic those anyway. I get the chip up and he does teleport, but that's teleport, Stealth Rock, Ice Beam, Soft Boil. So that's basically his. So he doesn't have he doesn't have a status move on Blissey most likely. But anyway, I bring in my Weezing on this. This is gonna hurt, especially if it's Facade, which it was, doing a shit ton of damage. And I'm just gonna keep pain splitting on this. If he Facades again, I only need my Weezing for this. And if he swaps out, anything on his team is basically full HP. So I basically get my recover on this Weezing anyway. Like, he can decide to make the switch. Because if I switch into him again, Rocks plus Facade is gonna kill me. But he goes for a Rock Blast now. And I found out that I was faster than him. I went for Toxic Spikes here. If he Facades me again, it's not too bad. As he does Facade me here. But that's not gonna kill me. And he cannot knock me out with Mach Punch either. So I might just be going for Pain Split here. Just in case he switches. He does go for Mach. Doesn't kill me. Of course, because he's burned. And look at how low he is. If he attacks me again, he's gonna die. So I'm actually... Do I go for the Flame or do I go for another Toxic Spikes? Let's see. Because he might not click Mach. Yeah. So I Flame it because I can still Pain Split on his Blissey and on his Copagri, because that's why I didn't go for another extra layer of Toxic Spikes. Now Rotom is the one that ended up coming in. I'm not sure if I Pain Split here. Most likely not. Went into Blissey here. See if he defogs. He just went for Hydro. And this made me wonder, is this guy, is he choiced? Because I don't see leftovers. He went straight for Hydro to kill me. So it really made me wonder if this was choiced. He goes into Blissey, but Blissey's still gonna take the damage. Toxic. I think I just saw Boiler anyway. And he's most likely teleporting. But he is pretty low, so that's pretty nice. And Rotom comes back in, and this is where I kind of expected a trick coming my way. But with all these hazards up, I wasn't really fearing the Blissey that much, so I think I went into Toxicroak here. Just in case he tricks me. But he ended up going for the defog. And I knew he was scarfed at this point, because what I did here was go into my Weezing, anticipating the Cofagrigus coming in. Because what else are you gonna bring in onto close combat, right? But he went straight into the Garchomp, which confused the hell out of me, man. It confused the hell out of me. So I had to go into Gligar. Like, if I click close combat there, that Garchomp is gonna take more than 80% from his HP. He goes for a Rock Slide there, so I assumed he was scarfed at this point. And now Volcarona comes in as I get my U-turn off. Fortunately, I got Flame Bodied there. And that's an offensive Volcarona, judging from the damage I did. So that's a 4 times resisted U-turn. I get in my Blissey. And I'm still trying to Toxic this. And I believe this is going to end up being a substitute as well. But he goes into the Blissey instead, meaning I can get up my rocks again. Goes for Ice Beam instead. But he's gonna be forced to heal soon. So I think this is where I go to... Oh, I went into Weezing directly here. As he goes for Stealth Rock. I knew he had Stealth Rock too, and now I can get off my Pain Split. I was really looking, because if he didn't, I could have Pursuit Trapped him with Weavile. For example, I could have Night Slashed from there, which would have... I would have Night Slashed there anyway, actually, if he did kill my Weezing. I get my Pain Split off as he Ice Beams again. And he's basically going to die. I go for my extra layer, Toxic Spikes. As we trade Weezing. But yeah, Weezing is still alive. So I can still Pain Split on Cofagrigus. But Rotom ends up coming in. Do I stay in here? Does it? I went straight into Toxicroak. I guess he just Volt Switches there. I knew at some point he Volt Switched, but at this point, his Blissey was gone. I didn't really need my Toxicroak. Because his Rotom was going to be faster than me anyway, because I'm not running that much speed on my Toxicroak. So Garchomp comes in here, but yeah, the poison is there, so I got him poisoned, which is awesome. And I just go into Umbreon here because I can get off my Wish. As he Dragon Claws. I just get off my Wish. I get leftovers on the next turn. And my opponent decides to forfeit here. And it wasn't looking good for him. Really wasn't looking good for him. And that puts us at 596.89. So about 105 points is what we theoretically need to get to the top 100. I'm gonna skip ahead again. Let's skip right to team preview. Here we are. So this is gonna be the last battle, and it's gonna be a rough one because I had such... I really struggled against this because my Toxicroak definitely good versus his team, but it doesn't touch the Jellicent, so I need to get rid of Jellicent before my Toxicroak gets to do anything. But as you guys can see, he has a Rotom. It's gonna end up being Trick as well. I was going into the game thinking it was Trick as well. So again, I let one of my Pokemon get tricked on, and this time I decided it to be Umbreon because I felt like I needed Gligar for the Excadrill and for Tyranitar too. And I felt like Umbreon didn't have much value because it wasn't gonna wall Tyranitar and Conkeldurr. And if that Excadrill Sword Dance is up, he is a Steel type, so he resists Foul Play. So in that sense, if Rotom was gonna trick, I was going to use Umbreon as a trick fodder. So let's see who I lead off with. I do lead off with Umbreon here, because I was going into this game thinking it was most likely Trick. Like if it wasn't Trick, obviously this game would have been much easier. But he leads off with the Rotom, and like they all do, they lead off with the Trick Rotom and click Trick turn 1. I led up with Gligar instead though, just because of the matchup, and now I went into Umbreon because I had to choose who am I going to give a choice scar for, a choice item most likely. And I felt like Umbreon was the least useful one. He did indeed go for Trick. So Umbreon was completely useless this game. I'm giving him the leftovers too, nothing I can do about it. I just went for a Wish anyway, so I can get a free switch on the next turn. But this was so tough, man. Like, I was really struggling this game. He goes into Tyranitar, so I get take even more chip. Here I went into Weezing, and he was looking like the Stealth Rocker. I felt like I needed to trade something, so I went for Toxic Spikes. He went into the Rotom. Like, this was such an annoying game, and I still feel annoyed when this is one of the game I decided I don't want to continue with this team, because if I face another Ghost type, it's gonna be rough. Another Ghost type combined with Trick. Ghost Scarf Trick is just gonna be annoying for this team. Yeah, I bring in Blissey. I also don't have leftovers on this, which I would have really needed, but the Mental Herb really comes in handy later on though. This is the main reason why I have Mental Herb on this team. I go into Gligar here. Fly Score with Rocky Helmet would have been really nice though, instead here. I need to split depth from this Gligar. So here, I just go for Defog. As he goes into the Rotom. And I wasn't really sure how I was going to deal with this Rotom, because I can never really kill it. My Pokemon, I can kill it. I went for the U-turn there on the Volt Switch, so that worked in my favor. Did a lot of damage. Get in my Blissey again. Like, I was really struggling to look for ways to win this. And you guys might feel my pain as well from this game. But I go for Stealth Rock here. He Volt Switches. And because I don't have the leftovers, it's just rough. Goes into Tyranitar. He did reveal Stealth Rock later on, but I am pretty low here. Do I just go for Soft Boil here? I wasn't sure what deck he had on this Pokemon, so I just went into Toxicroak now. And I felt like Jellicent should be coming in here. I went into Weavile hoping. I went into Weavile hoping that I would trap the Jellicent now. Because if Jellicent, like I said, if Jellicent is gone, then I can easily win with Toxicroak. But he went into a Rotom, so I was like, oh no, because he would have died if I clicked close combat there. He would have been 100% dead. That's why it felt so painful playing this. And yeah, I just went for Night Slash here, but he goes into the drill. Like, I wanted Rotom or Jellicent gone, one of the two. I get my Night Slash damage off on him. Yeah, the leftovers on this is annoying as well. So I go back into the Gligar, assuming he goes for Rapid Spin again. But meanwhile, he's chipping down my Gligar, so I'm forced to Roost there and having to deal with Stealth Rock. But that Rotom would have died if I clicked Close Combat there. You saw how much my U-turn did earlier on, so that Rotom would have definitely died from there. Because that's an offensive run. Here I decide to Roost Spam, waste a few of his Hydro Pumps, because that was the other way. If his Hydro Pumps are gone, then I can also bring in... Then he doesn't touch my Gligar, and that way I can get free defox against this and Excadrill. So I just wasted a few. I think I Roost again, he Hydro Pumps again, he connects every Hydro Pump as well. Like if he missed one, that would have been nice. But yeah, that's definitely like max special attack. And he's slowly getting back to full HP as well. It felt so painful. I go into Toxicroak and here he Volt Switches, I think. Oh, he Hydro Pump, so it actually ended up working out for me. But he's faster than me. I close combat and he Volt Switches into the Jellicent. And I just wanted to end it all. Like I was so fucking sad, man. Everything didn't go my way, like I was slowly getting further and further behind, so I decided to bring in the Blissey here. And now we went into the Rotom, so this is where I was able to get off my Soft Boil. Luckily. And then I have to deal with that Conkeldurr again. He actually went into Drill. And yeah, I have to bring in my Gligar again. As he SDs, but he cannot knock me out from here. So here I was like, okay, I'm just gonna Earthquake you. I'm just gonna Earthquake you. You might say, if I get rid of this, my Stealth Rock will stay up. I actually went for Roost. That Rock Slide wouldn't have killed me, it was leftovers. Here I think I just went for the Earthquake. There was a turn where I just Earthquaked him. Do I defog here? I did, okay, never mind. There was a turn that I Earthquaked him, but I defogged there. And I think I'm just gonna try it again, just spamming Roost on this guy. Oh no. Yeah, I went into Toxicroak thinking he would Hydro Pump and he went for Volt. Like, oh, and then my Toxicroak died. And I was so... It was so painful, guys. It was so painful. I really struggled. And now Tyranitar comes in and I don't have a way to directly kill this. But at this point I decided, fuck it, I'm going Blissey, I'm gonna poison you. I'm gonna poison you because he was running Stealth Rock on this. I'm just gonna assume he doesn't have anything to really touch me with. And I think we just trade there. Like, I just click Stealth Rock on his face. And the annoying part here, he went for Crunch, and he got the defense drop. I don't have leftovers. Like, I really wanted to end it all here, man. Like, I still went for the South Wheel though, because it does about the same damage, but the poison damage is racking up. And he went for Ice Beam, and this is where the tide changes, because he was expecting my Gligar to come in, but now this poison damage is really racking up. So I think I brought in my Gligar anyway, because I don't die to Ice Beam. And if he goes Excadrill now, like, he has been trying to Rapid Spin all the time, right? And he's brought in the Excadrill multiple times versus me. Now, this is the turn. I just click Earthquake. Like, I didn't give a shit. I'm not gonna predict the Rotom. I'm gonna predict this. This guy clicked Rapid Spin multiple times. And I needed to make something happen. He does indeed go for the Rapid Spin as I get my Earthquake off. And that's so amazing. I didn't kill the guy, but now I was able to go for the defog. So that Excadrill is low, and the next time I can just Seismic Dose him with my Blissey. But yeah, now I have to figure out, is he gonna Volt Switch, is he gonna Hydro? Still bringing in my Blissey. Since I don't have Toxic Croak, I felt like he might be more tempted to click Hydro, which he indeed did. And it was a choice between Soft Wheel or Stealth Rock, but I felt like the HP on this is really nice. But on the other hand, Stealth Rock forces the Excadrill to click Rapid Spin. And I can just Soft Boil on the Tyranitar anyway. The Excadrill comes in. And I was just Seismic Dosing here. Like, I wanted something dead on his team. I Seismic Dose, and he, like I said, he Rapid Spin the whole game, so I get off my Seismic Dose on him. And he dies. So now my Stealth Rock and my Toxic Spikes are gonna stay, which makes this a lot easier. The Kelder comes in. I have to bring in my Weezing. As he bulks up, but we don't care too much because we have Clear Smog. We don't see leftovers. I just went for the Toxic Spikes there. As he goes for Payback, and that actually did a lot. So I felt like I kind of needed to Clear Smog now. But I guess he was expecting the Clear Smog, so he went into his Rotom. He swapped out there. But next time, I'm faster than his Conkeldurr, so his Conkeldurr can still not knock me out. But the question is, do I go Blissey here? No. Because I go Umbreon and I go for Wish. That way I can get healing up. And this ended up being Defog too. Trying everything to get rid of that Rapid Spin Excadrill, and this just being Defog. Like, why the fuck did he click Rapid Spin then on my... If you had Defog on this, why do you click... He goes for Hydro Pump here, which is amazing, because now I get off my Wish. And I can switch into my Blissey. He basically let his Excadrill take an Earthquake there for free, which allowed me to get back into this game. So now I get in my Blissey, because my priority right now is healing my Blissey. Because Tyranitar is not beating me. For Conkeldurr, I have my Weezing. And he decides to go Volcarona here. And I'm at half HP. I tried to Subboil first as he goes for Substitute. Didn't want to click Toxic there because I've been seeing more Substitute Volcarona. That's why I'm running Seismic Dose on my Blissey. Because it breaks the sub from Volcarona, even if he's running max HP. I Seismic Dose here. He's at +1. I'm gonna Seismic Dose again in case he wants to sub again. Because Danny will know, right, that I'm gonna go for the Seismic Dose spam. I think here's where I click Toxic. Or I go for one more and then I click Toxic. But he crits me, and that's a really annoying crit. I Toxic him here. Z-Fairy dances again. And here I wasn't sure if he was gonna kill me. But I felt like I should live. But I have no other switch. I can protect it with Umbreon later on, so I just Soft Boil. This is why this move is so annoying, those special attack raises. And that crit as well. But I live. He does get the special attack raise, which sucks. And I wasn't sure whether I was going to live here. But like I said, I had no other play. And I felt like I should live. And I did live, but he gets another special attack raise, so... Some really annoying stuff going on here. But the poison is slowly whittling him down. And I'm getting into Ice Shard range as well soon. So I decided to sack Umbreon now. I decided to sack Umbreon. As he suddenly goes for a random Giga Drain. Which makes no fucking sense, because then he would have really been... He would have really been... He's not in Ice Shard range yet, so I had to go with Blissey. He's at +4. This is really why the EV spread on my Blissey mattered. Like, I was really looking at it, and yeah, my Blissey was gonna live from 61%. Like, such an annoying mod. Would have been much easier with leftovers, of course. But the reason I'm still in this game is the reason I had a shot in this game was because I didn't have leftovers. Just watch. I'm going back into Blissey here. Going back into Bliss. And yeah, he's gonna try, of course. Of course, taking his time. He fairy dances. And it's just a matter of us living. And we easily live that attack. He does get another special attack raise. Like, that move is so insane, but now he should be dying to the poison. And I have my Blissey at a comfortable amount of HP. And he goes jealous, and I knew what was coming. I knew what was coming, so I stayed in and clicked Toxic, and I didn't care. He goes for Taunt, and this is why I win this game, because now it's over for him. The Mental Herb. I hit my Toxic on this. And I just go into Gligar, because he doesn't care. He goes into T-Tar, which doesn't matter, because unless he freezes me, nothing will happen to my Gligar. And that was most likely Smooth Rock Tyranitar. I Roost first, expecting a Stealth Rock coming out or something. But he went for Ice Beam. And yeah, I easily eat that up. Not sure what I do here. Do I roost again? Yep. As he stealth rocks most likely. And I'm just gonna defog here. Doesn't really matter if you ice beam. That means you won't get up rocks. And if he stealth rocks again, that's fine too. He does indeed ice beam me. But I can easily roost on the Jellicent. Unfortunately, he didn't die, so I had to click roost there. So he gets up rocks, but I can defog on the Rotom in that sense. He still needs to connect as well. But yeah, with Jellicent being poisoned now, Gligar just wins. I can literally roost spam with my Gligar. And he decides to go Jellicent anyway. I just defog, get rid of the rocks. The annoying part is he did get the Scald Burn on me. And basically what I was trying was to force him to click Recover or Taunt. I think I roost once, and then I U-turn, because then the poison damage is gonna take, and then U-turn into Weave Out to basically eliminate this guy. So that my Blissey basically wins. I U-turn here. Because even if he does Scald Burn my Weave Out right now, he's gonna take poison damage a lot, and I just spam Pursuit. But he decides to go Rotom anyway. Meaning I get in my Blissey and get up my rocks. What do I solve? I guess I went for Toxic, hoping he would go Conkeldurr. Because if he goes Jellicent, it doesn't matter. Because I wanted him to go Jellicent, actually. Yeah, now that I think about it, I wanted him to go Jellicent. Because now I get him Weavile. Because if he did go Conkeldurr, or if he did stay in, Conkeldurr being poisoned, Rotom being poisoned, is also really nice. And I do catch the Jellicent on the taunt. And now I just Pursuit spam this guy. And it doesn't matter if he stays in. Because he's gonna die to poison. If taking my Pursuit. Like he did stay in, but he was guaranteed dead. I don't need Weavile to kill the Conkeldurr. But now I could still use my Weavile to kill Rotom. Conkeldurr comes in, I just bring in my my Weezing. And if he bulks up, I just clear Smog. And otherwise I just Pain Split, so it doesn't really matter. Like we saw we were faster last time. I should definitely be clear smugging. Now I can Pain Split so I can live another. And yeah, basically 1v1ing this guy. I think I Pain Split once more. Because I don't want him going Rotom for free on a Flamethrower. I still damage this, he's still gonna take my Rocky Helmet damage, and I should be living in the next payback. And he should be dying here because 16.2, that's definitely Rocky Helmet damage. So I still click Plane Split in case he decides to go Rotom. And he decides to knock me out with Mach Punch, but that's gonna mean he's gonna die to Rocky Helmet. And now my Blissey is just gonna sit there. Yeah, I click Toxic and wait till he dies, and basically the game is over for him. So it was a long battle, it was a painful battle in the beginning. We did manage to pull through, but I didn't feel good after this game. Like, I didn't want to play this anymore. Like, facing the Trick Rotom and then... But if I close combated the Rotom in the beginning, dude, this game would have not been this long. Like, the Rotom was the issue, because if I kill a Rotom with that close combat, like, I don't understand why you didn't bring in Jellicent. If I kill that Rotom, he's gonna die to, Did I not just reveal my ranking? I'm somewhere 600 or something. I was at 600 rating, but I guess I didn't... Oh, I reveal it now. Yeah, 604. That's where we ended up. And that's... Yeah. So we need basically like 100 points, but yeah, by the time we get there, it's gonna be like a higher rating. Anyway, I still hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, give me one of these. Subscribe to the channel as well. Leave a comment down below. Join our Discord server as well if you'd like to discuss this game. Check out the team on Patreon, guys. And yeah, I don't know what to say, man. I'm definitely gonna continue the climb, but I'm just gonna wait a bit, just to see where the meta is going. Because yeah, with new hidden abilities added to the game, with the Soul Fest being added as well, I just have to figure out a bit on the team building part. But yeah, I would definitely do that. For now, we'll stay at 604 rating with the account. Just gonna play some fun teams on my main account. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Have a wonderful day. See you later.